Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is Cowboys Storyline, presented by Gillette, the official shave of the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Nick Eatman.
Good morning. Welcome to Cowboys Storyline, presented by Gillette, Thursday, December the 11th. A lot of birthdays rolling around here today, including Mickey Spagnola. Make sure and hit him up on Mix Shots if they take calls. I don't know if they take calls over there, but make sure and wish him a happy birthday if you want to. But we're going to talk Cowboys football, not the weather, here today. Cowboys Vikings, 888-855-2297. Let's do it. Let's get after it. Davion in Illinois, you're first.
What's up, big dog? What's going on?
How you doing?
What's happening? Man, I'm good.
I just
really
wanted you to
good.
say. I just wanted you to say what it do. What it do.
What it do? What it do, my boy? What it do? What it do? Man, a couple of things in the score prediction. First things first. This is my plea to our DC. Can you please not let J.J. McCarthy look like he's a better quarterback than he has shown up to this point? Could you please, for the love of God, do not let this dude have a career day on our defense.
I mean, like Jacoby Brissett, Bo Nix, Bryce Young, Russell Wilson.
Bruh, it's ridiculous how.
I mean, you know what? They made Geno Smith look like Geno Smith. That's what they need to do.
Right. Just this he's struggling. This is rookie season. Just do what you got to do to make him struggle so we can get through this when we get to the next week. Secondly, the Trey Diggs thing. Shotty in his press conference had some interesting words for saying that we're really going to bring him back if it's a good thing for us and him. The choice of wording is kind of interesting there. I'm not sure what's going on. I kind of wish we can kind of have some kind of finale to this because it's starting to look like more like a tank situation from last year, but something. Because I think the guy can help, but apparently they don't really think he can help as much, so I don't know, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that's getting down. I think the score of the game, I'm going to stick with my 31, I think, well, actually 34-17. 34-17, and we got a space tonight if anybody want to jump on Twitter later on. But, yeah, man,
what time is the spaces? What time does the spaces start?
They start 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
All right, 7. Go for a couple hours?
Yeah, go for a couple hours. Please, Flus, don't be that. Please,
don't let McCarthy. All right, sounds good. Thanks, Davion. Good stuff. Good way to kick us off. You know, I've said this before. Remember the NBA Finals when Michael Jordan just kept hitting threes? I mean, he was surprising himself. He just, the famous shrug. That's what this Trayvon Diggs situation is. That's the way I am. I'm just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Shotty is saying when he was like, well, it's got to be good for us, got to be good for him. He's got to do the right things. We don't know. I don't know what's happening. I wish we knew. But, you want him to play, but you also want him to play and, play well. So it's kind of like that coworker who shows up and they're sick or they're not, tired or whatever it is. It's like, yeah, okay, you can be here, but if you're not going to be worth crap, then just go home. And I'm not saying that's the thing with Trayvon Diggs, but if he's not doing the right things to be on the field and to be good when he's on the field, then it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So if he's not prepared and all that, again, we're all speculating, and that's the thing. That's what we'll probably get ourselves in trouble here because that's what they've left us to do is just kind of speculate on this whole thing. It's weird. It's a weird situation. Don't know what's going on, and I'm with you, Davion. I'd like for it to end one way or another, but It probably will when the season's over. All right, let's go. Casey Joe in Kansas City. Man, we think we got problems in Dallas.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning,
I'm
Nick?
good. What's going on?
Hey, buddy. Hey, I a few weeks ago, people were talking about how we should re-sign Davis, the running back, right away. Well, I'd like them to give Moffa and Blue a little bit more of a chance, too. I don't think I'd want to race out and re-sign Davis right away. I'd like to see him maybe go to camp and see if he could come back, but not re-sign him.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to re-sign him. I mean, he's in the NFL because the Cowboys put him in the NFL, and that's it. That's the only reason. I mean, he wasn't with another team. He did have a nice touchdown run, and he's doing some good things, and he's a good special teams player. There may be a spot for him somewhat, one way or another, but I bet you from a priority list standpoint, he's not really up there. But, yeah, I mean, he's outplayed those guys and outworked them and made himself more valuable as a player. So that's why he's on the field right now and those other guys aren't.
Yep, that's true. I mean, he is doing his part, and I think Shoddy really likes him.
Yeah.
But, hey, do you think we can put Rob in Vegas and Jerry in a room and let them work their situation out?
Well, I bet Rob would like that more than Jerry, as far as like questions and stuff like that. Yeah. It's funny. It all kind of goes back to Jerry. It is, and that's just the way it is. Doesn't matter what it is, what happens. It doesn't matter if you're talking about Shoddy. It doesn't matter if the sun gets in Pickens' eyes. It's always about Jerry. And that's, hey, when you own the team, you're the general manager, you're the president, you're everything. That's what happens. It comes with the dinner.
I'm really happy with Jerry this year because he's went out of his way to bring in Pickens, and he went and got Quinn Williams, and and he went and got Logan. He's trying to improve the team. I mean, some owners will be like, "Hey, man, that's the team. That's the way it is," and I'm not going to replace him during the year, But Jerry's trying real hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, hey,
sure.
I don't have much, but hey, my score for this week is 27 Dallas, 27-24. I think that's what it's going to be.
All right. Sounds good. 27-24 Cowboys over the Vikings. Going back to what Davion had said about J.J. McCarthy, and we've just seen it too many times. We've seen it so many times this year where, the Cowboys have face a quarterback that just isn't what isn't one of those guys that you'd be scared of. And they go out and they have their best games. It's funny. It's like the guys that you are afraid of that are going to play well. Mahomes played well. I mean, and Hurts played pretty well too. But Jared Goff, those guys, they hurt them at times. The Cowboys still figured out a way to win two of those games. Really, Jared Goff wasn't the guy that was killing you as much as the running back was. But but these other quarterbacks have certainly had their best games. I think at one point, 5 of the 9 quarterbacks had played their best games against the Cowboys. I'm not sure where it kind of stands right now. All right, 888-855-2297. I think the lines are open right now. Unless, Chris, do we have a call? We do.
Yes.
All right.
Anthony in Miami.
All right, Anthony. What's up, man?
What's going on, Nick the Quick? What's up, my guy?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, man. This has been a crazy week. I'm in Miami, and I do somewhat of assigned security work, high profile, we'll say.
Okay.
He's an entertainer, he's an athlete. It's a knowledgeable lover of the Cowboys. Now, my call is basically kind of what he said, 2 things on what he said, and then my score. So I don't want to go long, I don't want to bore you. But this guy is so knowledgeable. Let me tell you what he said about the defensive backfield. He said, man, we could have won 2 games. This is his lineup. He said, these are our guys. He said he wants Bland in the slot.
Time out, because your phone cut out probably at the most important part of your call. Who are you talking about here?
I'm a high-profile celebrity. I just don't want to say the name. That loves the Cowboys. You can hear me now? I'm moving around. I'm straightening up in the house.
Okay. Is he over 7 feet tall?
Pretty much.
All right.
6'11" and 3/4. Yeah. something like that.
All right.
And my boss knows him real well, so it's one of them things.
right.
We two brothers, we talking, and he just said he gave a lineup on the defensive backfield. Man, he said he wanted Revel, the little kid with the knee, and I say Revel, and I don't know if he was ready, but he said he wanted him and Diggs at the corners, Bland in the slot, Carson, and he said that guy we picked up, he's like a good slot, and I said Reddy Stewart, right? Kind of. I agree with him on that. And I'm going to tell you where this is going. This is what I'm saying when it comes to football in this. It could have, if that would have worked in a perfect world, right? Could have saved us. It probably could have got us 2 games with that solidarity back there. But what you have to do moving forward is just get what you have right now. You got to get your best stuff on the defensive field. I like Kenneth Murray. I think he's a downhill thumper. So I think he's in the wrong defense, and a lot of people don't like him. He's in the wrong defense. He's a good linebacker, but he's just in the wrong thing. So get the best you can, and then going forward next year, you build on your defense. Your defense has to be a focus now. You've seen where you lack on defense. Q has helped you. And Clark has helped you. Now, what you need with great defensive tackles, any football mind knows, a great pass rusher, a good pass rusher, and a good solid linebacker. So work on that, and you'll be all right. So by him saying that, it kind of made me figure, like, you're right. So we got to hope and pray that we can win these last 4 and flip.
Okay. All right, Anthony.
Just win the damn game.
Thanks for the call. Sorry, your phone was cutting in and out, but I think we got the gist of it. You said you talked to a high-profile celebrity Cowboy fan in Miami. I don't know. I was going with Shaq. That was my prediction on that one. I can't see Shaq breaking down the defensive backs and the linebackers. Maybe. Anyways, what you're saying, Anthony, is right. Fix the defense, of course. I mean, that's what a lot of people are saying. And it's something to build off of. I mean, it's not like you got to fix 6 or 7 positions. You need another linebacker in here that's pretty good. Another pass rusher. You're gonna need some cornerback help too. So, that should be the focus, and there's no doubt about it. But I do think offensive tackle is still going to be a spot where you need to look at, even if it's in the first round. I think offensive tackle is not solidified at the moment. All right, Ronnie in New Jersey is next. Ronnie.
Hey, how you doing, Nick?
Good. How are you, Ronnie?
Not too bad. Hey, Nick. I don't think we're that far off. I'll be honest with you. I think the defensive coordinator is the problem. Dan Quinn came in when he came in and took over that disaster of a defense that we had under McCarthy's boy, his coach, his friend, whatever. And you didn't let Shoddy pick out his defensive coordinator. So what do you expect? Every guy, and I get it, he was a brand new coach, but every guy Shoddy brought in has made a difference with the offensive line, with the running game, with everything he has touched so far. He has made, not gold, but he has way better than when McCarthy had done. I'll give him that. And the defense, I think now that we finally have defensive tackles, a pass rusher would be nice, for next year. And then just whatever you get, the best available. I would get a linebacker. But aside from that, I think this defense is not that far off. You just need the right defensive coordinator. That's all. That's how I see it. What do you think? I want to get your opinion. What do you think about the defensive coordinator?
Well, you're always as good as your last game is what it sounds like, Ronnie. Thanks for the call. And I do acknowledge that you had the right score. I think it was the Chiefs game. He hadn't called since then, but I think he had the right score, 31-28 on the Chiefs. Doesn't happen a lot. A lot of people throw a score out there, but just to hit it right on the nose, good job on that one. When I say that is, 3 wins in a row. We're not talking about Flus because, other than the fact that, hey, things are turning around. Give him some players. Maybe he's got a good defense. That was the narrative. And then they go give up 44 points to the Lions. It's like, wow, I need a new defensive coordinator. And I get it. That's the way that it goes. I think you have to look at the whole thing, and the whole season so far has not been good. Now, the Micah situation is always going to linger there, and it's going to linger when Dan Quinn. I mean, we want to say how great Dan Quinn is, and believe me, I think he's a great coach. But he only coached here with Micah, and I think we're seeing that Micah makes your defense better or worse if he's there or if he's not. Go back to last year as well. Last year with Zimmer, they weren't good at all without Micah. Micah comes in the last few weeks of the season, the last half of the season. The Cowboys led the NFL in sacks, and he was a huge part of that. And other guys started to get more sacks too. We're seeing it in Green Bay as well. So great players make you a great coach as well. And I'm not saying that Dan Quinn isn't, but what we saw was with, obviously with Micah here, and now what we're seeing with Flus is he's not here. They don't have a pass rush. They did add some other players later in the season through a trade, and it's gotten better, but not to the point where it's been really good. I mean, this was in the training camp when you're looking at it and you're like, all right, Overshown's going to come back at some point. I think people thought it was going to be a little earlier than he did, and Mike is going to sign at some point before the season. And Trayvon Diggs is going to come back, and he's going to play, and Bland's going to get back to the level that you expect, and all of these things. And you just signed Osa, and Flus wanted him, and he's going to take off and have a career year, and all these great things. And it hasn't materialized for a lot of little reasons. So I'm not saying to replace him, but as I said yesterday, I think Schottenheimer's got to feel comfortable with that guy, and if he is, great. But it's been documented that he was hired before, with what Schottenheimer, and or at least put in place. And so maybe that was his number one pick. Who knows? But that has got to be they've got to be better there, and there's no doubt about it. So make sure, and with free agency and draft and all that the pieces are in place to make them better, and I think that they can be, but it's slowing down the offense for sure. I mean, slowing down the team because you're just forcing the offense to be absolutely perfect, and they've had a couple of games this year of 27, 30 points and didn't win, and you should be winning games like that. Let's go, JR in Avondale, Arizona.
Morning, Nick. How you doing?
Hey, JR. What's up, bud?
Oh, hanging in there. Hey, this game, I'll talk about this game a little bit, then I got a question for you, a little story, then a question. What really scares me about this game, of course, I said the other day, Aaron Jones, he just wears us out. And I hope they have a plan for him. But kind of it's when they played the Cardinals, I was on the call and I said that Marvin Harrison Jr. has not played well for the Cardinals, and they would focus on him, and they did. And we didn't really do anything about it. Not we, but the Cowboys. And Justin Jefferson hasn't had a lot of targets, so they're gonna feature Justin Jefferson. I just hope they don't put Deron Bland out there all by himself, 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. He's going to kill us. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he was hurt. The first play of the game, they go target him and get him the ball. So I hope they have a better plan for Justin Jefferson, because he's going to get a lot of targets in this game.
Yeah. Who's their other guy? Addison? Is that his name? Addison?
They got Addison, and their tight end, they feature him a lot. But Justin Jefferson's going to be the guy.
No, there's no doubt. But what I'm saying is maybe this week you've had 10 days to prepare. Maybe Bland follows Addison everywhere.
That's what I'd like to see happen, and then
double team Jefferson is what I'm saying, or at least shade the safety out. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen that style before. I know it used to be back in the day, Dion would do it. He'd shut down Harper, and then they would try to double team Michael. Didn't always work well, but I mean, it's a strategy. It's probably a better strategy than Bland. Bland all over Jefferson. All right, JR, you still there? You have anything else?
Yeah, no, my concern is, I'm not a brain surgeon. I don't work on rocket ships, but everybody knows that Marvin Harrison was going to get thrown to him, and they didn't do anything about it. They just let it happen, and that's what my concern is for this week. And the last thing I got, let me give you my score real quick. I think it's going to be 31-20 Cowboys.
Okay.
And I just got one question, see what you think about it, and I'll try to hurry. I was watching the Carolina film the other day, and my daughter walks in from shopping with her mom, standing there with her Starbucks, and she points, she goes, "What's that guy doing?" I said, "Which guy?" She goes, "That guy." She doesn't know football at all. She said, "Well, he was go over and chase that guy. He wouldn't have caught a ball. And, of course, it was Kenneth Murray not doing anything and Dowdle catching a pass and running for 30 yards. But my question is, at the end of the day, why isn't I just want to see where Schottenheimer is on this Kenneth Murray thing. And at some point, you sit in that seat, and it's your responsibility. Why isn't I don't think Kenneth Murray should be out there, and, you know, my opinion doesn't matter, but I'd like to see Schottenheimer get involved in that, even Jerry get involved in that, because you traded for a guy, so play him. That's all I got, Nick. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks. I think the elephant in the room here about why is Murray playing, and nobody wants to hear this, but what if the answer is when the guys that are over there, and I'm pointing to the coaching side and the scouts, really the coaches, not the scouts, the coaches, the defensive coaches, your head coach, all that. At the end of the day, when they evaluate situation, is Kenneth Murray is the best option that we have at this position to do these things. And he's not good enough, okay, but he's the best one that we have, better than these other guys. I think that is the answer. And that is not good because you guys don't want to hear that because it's not good enough. That, I think, is the reality of this thing, is the guy that you don't want to see because he's not making enough plays is the best that you have. I've seen it here before at this position. I'm not going to name names, but I've seen it at this linebacker position where the guy that you want to be better than he is the best one on the team. So you better fix that at some point. It may not be a fix right now, but, you know, it's what Indianapolis is dealing with at quarterback. Their best option is a 44-year-old who's out of retirement. I mean, what does that say about the NFL and the quarterbacks, you know? And maybe that's who they think's the best option. But, again, I don't necessarily know that. I would like to think from what we've seen, they're not afraid to make changes. They're not afraid to shot. He's not afraid to bench players. So if Kenneth Murray is still out there doing and playing, I think that's who they feel like is their best option. So let's go to break real quick on Cowboys Storyline. Be right back.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Altec Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, bringing you decades of audio excellence to elevate your Dallas Cowboys tailgate ritual. Equip your next pregame with the Sound Rover 180 with 6 hours of playtime, built-in microphone, multicolor light modes, and a rugged exterior that's built to last. Visit alteclansing.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's alteclansing.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off. Altec Lansing, official audio partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Cowboys Storyline, presented by Gillette, the official shave of the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, welcome back to Cowboys Storyline, presented by Gillette. You know, we didn't do a Precision Player of the Week, but if we did, should be Ryan Flanoy. Ryan Flanoy, I thought, stepped in nicely for the injured CD Lamb, and he might have to play some this week as well. But remember, with Gillette, precision isn't just for your morning shave. It's how the Cowboys compete every day. And our Precision Player of the Week for last week was Ryan Flanoy. Remember, you can go to Gillette.com/NFL for all of your shaving needs this holiday season. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Josh in Chicago. next. Josh.
Hey, man, how you doing?
What's up? What do I hear? Do I hear a kid in the background?
Yeah, we've got the flu running through the house since last Thursday, so I'm coming through it, but now my wife has it, so I'm home still. It's just been
the gift that keeps on giving, huh?
been one of those weeks, man. You know how it is.
Well, we've been talking about Eberflus, so now we can talk about a different kind of flu season.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
What's up, Josh, man?
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Hopefully none of the players get it. That's the big thing, too, right? Hopefully they all stay healthy because there's still a chance at this thing. That's the only reason I called. And I've been listening all week trying to figure out a way to get up and make a call. But, hopefully the players can stick with this because we're still in it, right? Philly's broken, and we still have a shot at this thing. So that's my biggest thing. Hopefully the defense bounces back. I know the defensive line's going to bounce back. Minnesota's got some weapons, but we've got a chance here. So let's go out and get it, all right? Have a good week, Nick.
All right. Thanks for the call. Still got a chance. That's right. That's that old Jim Carrey line in Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, he's saying there's a chance. Philly's leaving the door open for you. You know what I mean? Philly's doing what your parents would yell at you for in the summer. Close that door. I don't want to have air conditioning in the whole neighborhood. Well, that's what Philly's doing. They just got the door open. Like, anybody want to come in? Come on in. We don't feel like shutting it. Give everybody some air, and that's what's happening. And so until that, I keep saying it, until you see that asterisk that says eliminated, got to keep fighting. So, all right, let's go to Katie, Henderson, Nevada. Katie, what's up?
Hey, Nick, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great. I'm going to apologize if I'm a little repetitive. I'm out walking my dog, so while I was calling, I wasn't able to hear every caller. But I have to respectfully disagree with you a little bit about the flu stuff. I totally understand what you're saying where, good players make good coaches, and we've seen that, with Belichick and Brady. But
yeah.
I just think about Aaron Glenn and, all the issues they had last year with their defense and all the injuries and him missing some of his best players, and he still was able to adapt. And I'm just concerned that Flus, hasn't consistently been able to, have those adaptations, get creative when things break down. So I'm still a little concerned that he's just not the right fit. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Thank you. And thanks, Katie. He may not be. He might not be. And I'm really talking more about Dan Quinn than I'm talking about anybody else as far as what we've seen when a guy is here and when he's not here. And we all know that. Players make you better. There's no secret to that. They started playing better against the Raiders, the Eagles, and the Chiefs after they got Quinnen Williams and after they got Logan Wilson. The Lions figured out a way to kind of expose that a little bit. So we'll see if that was just a small sample size or not. I don't think anyone would argue that players make these guys better, but I'm not. Coaches can make the player better too, which is, I think, to your point, and it's true. So there's a give and take here. When we talk about the phrase, coaches are supposed to adapt to their players, and the players are supposed to adapt to the coaching too. So it's got to be give and take, and it hasn't been. It hasn't been. I think when you overall at the end of the year, when you look at the defense, when one side of the room and Jerry's sitting there going, all right, what do we need to do to fix this? And say there's 10, 12 people, coaches, executives, whatever. And they say this half says we got to get better players. And this half says, yeah, the voice in the room isn't right. It's Jerry's job to say, well, both things might be true. Both things could be true. Coaching's got to get better. Players got to get better. This isn't a black and white situation. I think there's a lot of gray in this one. All right, let's go to Amarillo, Texas. Troy, what's up?
Hey, Nick. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I was talking about a friend of mine the other day, and I was talking with him, and we were saying, I said, did you listen to the conversation that Jerry had? I think it was on 105.3 The Fan. It's been maybe a game or two ago, but I don't think this coordinator or any of these coordinators are going to go anywhere, really, to be honest with you, because he said, in retrospect, I think he said that, that's the one thing that I really would like to take back is the continuity that we've had, or lack of continuity, man, at the coordinator positions, having different coordinators all the time. So I think that they're probably going to hold on to these guys, and stuff. But I think it's Nick. I've been watching this team, and I know a lot of people get mad and everything like that. You know the way they play at times, but I think they're a little closer than what people think. They just need a few things. And just remember, this defensive coordinator, he's one of those guys that went from worst to first in like a year or two. I mean, if you look at his, where he was at before. So I'm just going to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. And then plus what Jerry said, I don't think the guy's going anywhere.
Yeah, that's a great point, Troy. I appreciate the call. Good stuff, good insight. And paying attention to what Jerry said. He exactly did say that. It was about a week ago. And a lot of it too. I mean, it's kind of what I'm talking about with like players and coaching. Like they kind of have to help each other. I don't even know what's going on with Mozzie Smith. I mean, I'm not sure if Mozzie's playing well or playing at all with the Jets. I really don't know. But Mozzie's one of those examples, and the reason why I bring him up is he was here. This is his third year, and he had 3 different coordinators. Say they do move on from Flus. You're looking at Overshown. Overshown, this would be Overshown's 4th year here, and Overshown would have 4 coordinators. Continuity is needed. Did it bother Micah? No, not really, because Micah's got another coordinator in Green Bay, and I've never coached a defense before, but if I was the defensive coordinator and I had Micah Parsons, I would be like, hey, rush from over here. I would be like what Bill Cowher said to Greg Lloyd in that old NFL Films clip where you've seen 1,000 times, where he goes up to Greg Lloyd in the middle of the game and he says, rush the quarterback. That's what I would do. That would be my job if I was the coordinator. So my point is that if you have really good, badass players like Micah Parsons, not that hard. Throw it out there. If you have to really do coaching, some of these guys actually need a little bit more than that. Then having 3 different coordinators in 3 years, or what a lot of people are asking for, 4 in 4 years, it is tough to have some continuity there. So I thought that's a really good point, and I think if the defense can show some improvement here, these last 4 games are probably important for others, and important for the staff. Go out there and shut some people down, because if it looks a lot like the Lions game for the next month, then you might see some big changes. I don't think Jerry wants to make a change, but if you keep playing like you've played, and you have some games where you're letting these quarterbacks that aren't so great just light you up and down the field, then could be a problem. I'm telling you this. I mean, the Chargers. Herbert, if he's spinning it, and the Cowboys have no answers there, that could be a long day as well. So they definitely have some weapons, and they got a lot of different guys, and he can throw the ball around, so they're going to have to figure this out. Now, obviously, Minnesota's first. I'm not trying to skip ahead, but I'm saying is that Cowboys defense needs some really good games here down the stretch. All right, Michael in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Hey, I got a question. If Davis is our best option, next year for the draft, we don't have a second or third. We're not going to draft a running back with a first-round pick. So what are we going to do about that situation? Oh, by the way, Dallas 28, Minnesota 10.
28-10. See, I don't see it that much of a blowout. I think this is going to be one of those games that comes down to the end. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see that.
Well, like yesterday, I said, we got to get the running game going. I think we will, and we got to shut down Jefferson. And I think we will. So that's why I'm going 28-10. But if this is the best we got, what are we going to do? Trade for another running back during off season? You think?
I think this would be the year that you draft somebody. And not in the 5th round, and not someone who was a backup on his previous team. I'm talking about a guy that can run the football. 2nd round, 3rd round. That's. I think it's time to do that. And I know you need help on defense. I get it. I really think the Cowboys are going to have to move some picks backwards more than anything, because they need some better quality picks. They have a lot of picks. They're going to probably need better quality picks. And no 2nd and 3rd round pick right now. So I would imagine that one of those first rounders gets moved back, if not both.
Well, I'll be looking forward to watching that. Then I'll be thinking about your comments when I see it. I hope you're right.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, everyone talks about the Notre Dame running back, which, you know, I'll be looking forward to see him in the playoffs. Or in the bowl game. Oh, no, guess not. I guess not ever again. I have thoughts on the college football playoff, but not really for this show. Ole Miss running back. I don't know where he stands as far as draft prediction and all that. I haven't really looked at that. But the Ole Miss running back, I think his name's Lacey. He looks good to me. Like, he looks like a good NFL prospect type. Again, he could have a 6th round grade or no grade. I really don't know. But when I watch him, and I watch SEC football a lot, I see him, and I think he's pretty good. He looks like a good NFL type back. Let's go to break here on Cowboys Storyline. I'll be right back after this.
All right, Cowboys fans, this one's for you. Gillette's Best Shave has a new look this season, and they've got one that sticked out in Cowboys colors just for us. We're going to want to run, not walk to this one, y'all. The new Gillette Labs official Dallas Cowboys licensed razor isn't just Gillette's best shave. With 50% longer lasting blades than Fusion, it's the best a Cowboys fan can get. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL. Gillette's Best Shave is also available as heated.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Back to Cowboys Storyline, presented by Gillette, the official shave of the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, welcome back to Cowboys Storyline presented by Gillette. This segment is presented by Yeti, officially licensed Yeti. Cowboys gear is available at the Pro Shop, concession, and on Yeti.com. All right, Chris in San Angelo's been waiting. Chris, what's up, man?
Hey, Mr. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Hey, I just have a couple things. As far as this game goes, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Cowboys to win this 28-24, just because I think that JJ already had his breakout game, so maybe it won't happen against us. Okay. So that's my reasoning there. Now I have a question for you. It's like an all-timer question, and you've probably been asked this before, but anyway, just humor me, I guess. The Mount Rushmore of Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks, who are your 4? Because I think that there's 2 no-brainers, but I think depending on how long you've been watching the Cowboys, it can get really dicey.
Yeah.
After that,
who's yours?
And
let's just
okay.
Troy and Roger. Who else?
Okay, it's really tough. That's almost why I asked you, but I'm going to go with Danny and Dak, and I don't really have a reason except Danny was the catch away from probably becoming a Super Bowl winning quarterback, in my opinion. And Dak, mainly on the realm of, he's holding some records right now. But there's like my dad would say, he would tell you, he would fight you about Don Meredith. Yes. I mean, that was his guy. He used to say, well, obviously, if you knew anything about Don Meredith, how how likable he is.
Yeah.
My dad would have argued that guy was tough as nails too, and he was a great QB in his time. But anyway, I just wanted to see what you thought, buddy.
No, that's a great question. I'll say this, and Chris, before you hang up, let me ask you this: the ball's on the 28-yard line, your own 28-yard line. You have 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. You got to score a touchdown. You got 72 yards. You got some time. You got some weapons. 72 yards to go score in a couple of minutes.
Well,
who do you want?
That's almost no. It's got to be Roger.
Okay, it's Roger. Roger and Troy. We already put them on the list. Now the other guys. Who do you want? Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me Tony. Give me Romo in that scenario with the game on the line. I'll take Tony. And so for that reason, when I look at that, because there's you can different eras, different times, different awards and records and all that. But when the game's on the line in the fourth quarter, I'll take Romo to drive him down the field.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I already answered the Roger thing. But so clearly, who are your four?
I'll go with Roger, Troy, Romo, and Dak.
Romo. Okay, all right.
All right. Great question.
Sounds good, man.
Great question. I have a feeling people are going to throw in theirs as well. Good stuff, Chris. Let's keep it going. Let's go, Dylan, Northport, Florida. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, dude?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. Listen, Chris from San Angelo and I got beef now because how is he going to disrespect my boy Tony like that?
Well, I mean, it's a great question. I kind of wish it was earlier in the show because I have a feeling, and it's one of those you can just kind of throw in there quickly. You know what I mean? Like who would be your four?
Well, I wasn't around during the older years, but obviously, I guess you got to put Staubach and Aikman in there, even though I didn't get to see them play. But if Tony's the quarterback I grew up with, dude, that was my first time. I was in, I don't know, third, fourth grade, something like that when Tony got to start. So, or not even that. No, yeah, I was even a little older than that. But anyways, he was the first quarterback we had where I was watching the game, and I'm like, wow, you can have a team that's actually good. This is crazy, and the quarterback has nothing to do with it.
Right.
So that's the guy I grew up with, and I think he got a raw deal with injuries. I know he was the glue that kept the team together. All those years, the 8 and 8 years. Without him, it would have been a worse team, than that.
Diaper.
But I think
he was the diaper. I mean, that you're right. That's why I always called him the diaper. You take the diaper off, doesn't look so good. He covers up a lot of crap. So, yeah.
There's so many instances where he just got kind of screwed. The Creighton stopped running his route. I mean, he threw the game-winning touchdown pass against the Giants in 07, and Creighton stopped his route at the corner. That was the game. Game was over at that point. So
you're so right. It's not the Creighton drop that hurt this team. It was the Creighton back shoulder of the end zone and stopped
what was
running.
He doing?
He stopped.
He just stopped.
Stopped running.
It's sickening.
Yeah. Now, would he have caught it? Yeah, he would have, because ironically enough, Creighton had absolutely great hands.
Yeah.
He did. That's what sucks about it. Yeah.
Yep, and just I think about it all the time, how, the NFL history, it would have been changed. Eli Manning might not be a Hall of Famer, because we all know he's getting in because of Super Bowl wins, but he might not be a Hall of Famer without Creighton stopping his route. It's crazy.
Well, and Dez catching it and all that good stuff. All right. Yep. So I guess you're putting Romo in. But go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Romo's my dude. Romo's my guy, so he's in. I only just tuned in. I heard some talk about Eberflus, so I just want to call in and just real quick, I don't want to ever root for a guy to lose his job or anything, because that's just kind of a crappy thing to do. But to be fair, we're in Operation Max Stack mode. We talk about it all the time. 2028, you got a small window, so I guess you got to weigh out: is it better for the continuity's sake to try to get this thing righted next year, or is it quicker to bring in a guy who might be available to right the ship? I want a DC or a coordinator who elevates the bad players. Of course you're bringing Quentin Williams. Of course you're bringing better players. You're going to be better. I would be better as a coordinator with better players. I want the guy who's going to elevate the worst players to be average players, and the average players to be good players and all that. So that's my only kind of beef with him, is I'm not sure he's done that this year.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And I think you could always make that argument too about older coaches. I mean, the game's changing all the time, and you want to. I mean, you got to roll with it. You can't just say, "Well, this worked 10 years ago. This worked 15 years ago." I mean, that's not what's working on offense now. So you have to kind of adapt with it as well.
Yeah, and if I see any more Tampa 2 with Kenneth Murray running down the field, I'm going to pull my hair out. And I'm bald as hell, man, so I ain't got any hair. But yeah.
All right.
All right, Nick. So I got
stuff.
you.
All right, Dylan. All right. We got a repeat caller here. Ronnie in New Jersey is calling back.
I'm sorry, Nick. Listen.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a score. If you're the last one to have a pick, you got to have a score. What's up?
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, man, I forgot to call him, give him my score. But, I was just, I heard you saying about Kansas City. Yeah, I was like, when I hit it, I was like, oh, wow, I got it right.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make it to the next game, but to give you the score, but I knew it wasn't going to be good, so I was like, you know what, I'm not calling in for that one.
It's all right.
But I think it's going to be there's going to be a low score. I mean, low scoring for what we usually score, but I think it's going to be 31-24 Cowboys.
Okay. All right.
And thanks for taking my call again, Nick.
All right. Sounds good. All right. We got one more caller. Yeah, let's do it. One more. Sergeant Sue. Let's do this thing.
At ease, everybody. How you doing, Nick? I'll be quick. Hey, I was going to ask, and I guess people can answer on the next show, what players that they feel has been playing okay but needs to take that next step to really help us make a push. One player that I feel like is playing okay but can take the next step is Revel. He's been playing not bad. He had a bit of a hiccup game, but I'm hoping that he can grow from that. He can watch the film. He can gain a little bit more confidence. And I think something that would be really smart is, like you mentioned earlier, putting him across from Jefferson and having safety help, giving him that tough challenge with a not so great quarterback to kind of give him some confidence. I do think that will help him grow going forward, and I think that the final score will be 31-24 Dallas. I'll hang up. Thank you so much for squeezing me in, brother.
All right, man. Good stuff. That's 2 in a row for 31-24 scores. Can you imagine? Let's say that does happen. Let's say Revel's the guy, and he goes up against Jefferson, and he's going to have some help at times, but sometimes he may not. It's just like your offensive tackle, going up against a great rusher. Every now and again, the guy will chip, but sometimes he's not. So you're going to have to be out there on an island at times. Imagine if that happens, where Revel goes up against Jefferson, and the Cowboys win the game, and he has a couple of nice plays. Jefferson doesn't really go off, and maybe, who knows, maybe Revel gets a pick or something. We would talk about that game all offseason. All offseason going into next year, the talk on Revel would be injured halfway through the year. He comes in, he plays a little bit. They threw him out there. He had some good moments. Remember that game against the Vikings when he played really well against Jefferson? It'll be those type of things that we talk about. This is an opportunity for Revel to do that kind of stuff and to have that. And that's what I look at for the final month of the season. Yes, I want the Cowboys to keep winning or to win and maybe, ride this thing up all the way and get a chance to get in the playoffs, and then you never know what happens. If that doesn't happen, then, what else are you looking for? We're still doing the show. We're going to do it every day. So we'll be talking about things like that. And so who's playing okay that can take that next level? Revel. Who else? How about Overshown? Overshown's come back from injuries, done pretty good, made some plays here and there. Let's take that next level, though. It's the same. They both were injured. Now they came on, 4 games ago or so, and now we'll see if Overshown can take that next leap as well, because they really need it, and they obviously need him to do that. And I'd like to see Shamar James kind of get back into, making some plays as well. Now he's not playing as much because Overshown's taking snaps. It's just like Logan Wilson is. They're taking snaps from some of these guys. But I'd like to see Shamar James kind of, as a rookie year, maybe do a couple things toward the end to kind of get his arrow moving forward as he moves into his second season. All right. Good show, guys. Another 13 callers. We'll do it again tomorrow and do more score predictions and kind of wrap up the week as we head into the Sunday night game against the Vikings. All right, guys. For Chris Beam, Nick Eatman, we'll see you tomorrow on Cowboys Storyline.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!